beautiful people, this Nadir.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. So we're back to review this Future Hendrix project. So it's titled Future Hendrix Presents The Wizrd.
Is he still in Kid Cudi waves?
Yes.
He riding the waves?
In my story, he is. Absolutely. He's still. No, I don't know what Future's stealing, man. So this project, bro, let me I'm not the biggest Future fan, okay?
Yeah.
But
actually you like Future in one style.
I do. I like Future when he's singing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm listening to this. All right, so when I first hit you and I said the Future album, I was bopping. Like I had a good vibe. It was a good thing going. I never go to Future for lyrics. Because I know he's talking about a damn thing. And I don't really. Sometimes I do think he is talking about some things, but then it's like the next bar be something totally just some shenanigans again. Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, maybe he wasn't talking about anything in the first part. I just was really overthinking it. Yeah. I do think that sometimes people put their music and they put their feelings into it and their thoughts into it. And one thing I will say about him though is that his cadence and the way he delivers his music makes it hard for me to really understand if he's being serious or not, because it's all the same. And that's the part that I have a problem with him. Yeah. The part that I find good about him is you're going to dance. You're going to shake your shoulders. You're going to diddy bop. Whatever you do, whatever your dance of choice is going to be, Future's going to make you do that. And that's the part I did. I found myself shaking my shoulders a lot at my desk. The problem I had, though, was that I found myself shaking my shoulders to literally almost the same sounding song. And I think this project went far too long. It was an hour and 2 minutes worth of music. If you're a Future fan, you got completely fed. You had leftovers. You had stuff to take to work the next day. You had stuff to put a
folks was making plates, huh?
Yeah, she put aluminum foil over the plate. You had enough to take with you for a couple trips. And for me, not being the biggest Future fan, it was too much. Yeah. And that's the part that got me. Was like it started sounding repetitive. Yeah. But that's not taking away from the fact that he does make decent music. But I think that when you put an album out that long, it could be one of two ways. It could be a bunch of good stuff, or for me, not being the biggest Future fan, it's like, yo, this dude literally wasn't talking about a damn thing on this track. He had the title of the song, and he would just talk about the title of the song. And I'm like, yo, what is going on? But then he would get into a singing bag. I'm like, okay, this is not bad. So it's not. I'm not crapping on that it was just horrible music, because it wasn't horrible. It's just that it was just too much. I couldn't focus on much of it because I'm like, what is he trying to say? What is going on? He's not saying a damn thing. Next. And before I knew it, I was done. And I couldn't wait for it to end. I'm not going to lie to you. It was just too much music. And I think I think he knew that. That's why he put the whole Future Presents Future Hendrix and whatever. So I don't know if that was maybe him saying that it was this is a Hendrix album. I don't know. To me, just cut it up, make it 2 albums, make one singy, one rappy, one trappy. Yeah, I think Future's searching for something, and I'm hesitant to think like, what is he searching for? The codeine? What say you, bro?
No,
that might be it. He might just go on a try. I need codeine. He's a codeine. I need a codeine.
Wow. Man,
what you think, bro?
Now, before I even listened to this album, man, you had me scared because you was like, yo, you hit me. I was like, yo, man, this Future album, man, I'm digging it. I'm like, what? Okay, like what's going on?
If I like it,
man, he crooning on here. I'm like, man, throw it in the garbage. Just throw it in the garbage right now, because I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that at all, man. I like trap Future, man. I'm more mixtape Future, 56 Nights. You know what I'm saying? Beast mode. Oh, that's my kind of Future, man. You know what I'm saying? When we get into Honest and Hendrix Future, that ain't really for me. You know what I'm saying? That's not really my style. Okay. But then I listened to the album, and I had to actually give Future his props, man. He kept it authentic. He kept it true to himself on this album. I didn't feel like it was a whole lot of singing, but I saw what you meant. Like I understood what you meant. Like it was very melodic in his rapping. But he didn't try to make love songs on this album. It's yo, he stuck to the streets. He kept his trap raps going, all that kind of thing. Now, Future, I feel like on this project, man, he ran into a problem that a lot of artists this day are running into, and that is the stream trolling. 20 tracks was just way too much, especially for a lot of this music to sound the same. Yeah, it did. You know what I'm saying? There were bits and pieces here and there where, you know what I'm saying, he tried to stretch it out. That Tricks on Me at the very end or whatever, he tried to kind of flip it and make it something different or whatever. I don't know. But on this album, I found about 10 tracks that I like, and the rest of it I could pretty much do without. Man, it's tough to kind of put a grade on this album just because it's like, I'm happy that he delivered, and I feel like this is one of his better albums. I don't think it was better than Future. I think it was way better than Hendrix, and I mean miles ahead of Honest. I mean Honest was god awful. But and some of his other albums have been kind of forgettable for me, like DS2. I feel like that was a pretty forgettable album. That Evo album, I feel like that was pretty forgettable. I did feel like he put together a better body of work as a whole on this project, but it was still just too much music. A lot of it just started to sound very repetitive. A lot of the tracks sound the same.
Yeah.
With it, one thing, it's been a kind of a common joke about Future that, you know what I'm saying, we were so busy dancing that we didn't realize that this man was crying out for help in a lot of his music. And when I sat back and I really listened to it, it's like, yo, I do feel like his lyrics were from the heart. And because he puts it's so melodic or whatever, and like you said, sometimes he'll say something that was so real.
Yeah.
And then it's like he'll just throw a complete, just you know, throwaway bar right after
it makes you wonder, like, was the first bar even serious? Like,
yeah, or like, how are you writing these verses? Or like, are you just, is it kind of plug and play for you? But I did feel like on this album, he did a good job of kind of telling his story. You know what I'm saying? The things he was dealing with in his relationships, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting past drinking codeine and all that stuff, which shouts out to him. You know what I'm saying? That's major. I hope that he continues to kind of put that message in his music as well.
The codeine's coming back.
No, I hope not. I hope not. And he spoke about that. I feel like when he, you know, this album review, we ain't gonna talk about that. But I did feel like putting that part of his life on display or whatever. I felt like that was good, man. Kind of dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the pressures of being a star, but also the pressures of being from the streets and all that kind of stuff. He did a good job of telling his story on there. Overall, I thought this was a decent album. You know, it could have been quite a bit shorter, but I wasn't mad at the product that I got, especially how scared I was coming in. Like I didn't want to hear this album.
Yeah.
When we first
when
started talking
I said
about
it was melodic, you thought I was saying like you said.
I thought he was making more Hendrix music. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear him singing the girls and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to hear that.
Sierra.
Yeah, like I don't want to hear that. But he didn't do that on here. He turned in a decent project.
Okay.
For me, this album was a 75.
Okay.
Like it was good. It was solid C. You know what I mean? Nothing mind blowing. I don't know that there were any like big hits on here, but there were songs I liked.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was like
that.
Exactly. That's the same way I thought. I thought it was something that, you know, will I ever listen to it again? Probably not. But but I'm not the biggest Future fan.
Yeah, I had to kind of listen to this album in bits and pieces. Like I would listen to like 5 songs, and I'd be like, all right, let me put this down. I come back and listen.
See, that might have been my fault. I listened to it 3 times in a row, like dead up. Like, and I had to.
By that third listen, you was ready.
Yeah,
away,
I was ready to go. Yeah, delete it from my library. I gave it a 72.
Okay, ain't bad.
So yeah, it's not. I mean, for me, that's damn good.
Yeah.
For a Future project. But yo, Future fans, get in here. Give it 100. You're absolutely right. Let us know. Was I too high, too low? Was Kev too high, too low? Leave it in the comments and we'll go from there, man.
Absolutely.
But yo, I am Nadir.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Gangs Music Life, man. Drink more water, people.
Peace.
Peace.